So your future is being built by the decisions that you make today. So if I ask you where you be, if I ask you where you will be at the next 5 years from now, what would you say? Most people really can't answer that question. But here's the truth. Your future is already being built regardless if you like it or not, regardless if you know what you're doing or not. It's being built. Not tomorrow, today. So every decision that you'll be making is laying out brick by brick for the life that you're going to be creating for tomorrow. So this is some of the things that I've learned. The small choices create big results. We often wait for life-changing moments, a promotion, a new opportunity, more money, better circumstances, but the biggest changes usually come from the small daily choices that we make. Choosing to exercise, choosing to learn, choosing to forgive, choosing to keep going when things get hard. The perfect example, when my back started hurting, I told myself, like, man, I have to get it together, right? And I knew that it would probably only take maybe a couple weeks for me to do it, but I never really kind of got into it until, like I told you guys, my dad told me he'll pay for my membership for the first month. I just had to go, and at that time, it wasn't the perfect circumstance to go start back working out because now my back is hurting, right? But you got to fight through that pain. And so I told myself I'm going to work out, and I did it. And the results were, what you guys see now, right? Down almost 60 pounds. So I just started. I'm going to do it, right? It necessarily wasn't, I wouldn't say there was an opportunity presented, but I had to take action, right? My back was hurting, so it wasn't the best case scenario for me to start running because I should have already been doing it already. So I had to take advantage of what was being presented to me, and I did it. And the results is my back's not hurting. I'm in a better shape of my life that I've been, and we keep rolling. So your habits are the things that are writing your story right now. Every habit is casting a vote for the person that you're becoming. So when you're not eating right, you're going to begin. When you're not eating right, your health is going to be challenged. Your health is going to succumb to whatever that you're doing, regardless if it's good or bad. However that you're putting together, your health's going to be affected. If you're not creating content like that, it's not going to be posted. People are not going to see you, and your message, whatever your message is not going to get out there to the people. That's what you're doing. So you need to start now. You need to start eating better. You need to start exercising. You need to start getting that content together. You need to start applying to those jobs. If you don't apply, you can't get to where you need to be at. The Lord is trying to give you your blessing, but until you activate your faith and put some action behind it, you're not going to get it. The Bible says faith without works is dead, but your works make your faith perfect. That's James 2:22-26. That's a summarization of all that stuff. So with that being said, you need to be disciplined, and you need to have faith, and you need to put action behind whatever your goal is. Whatever you want to reach, you got to put the faith behind it. Point blank, period. So quit skipping your workouts, because if you skip on your workouts, you're going to become somebody that quits. So you need to keep showing up for yourself. You become somebody who finishes. Your habits are telling your future who you are going to be. So for my own journey, like I talked about earlier, right now I'm in the rebuilding stage. Every workout matters. Every video matters. Every application I send matters. Every conversation I have, it matters. Some days I feel unstoppable. Other days I don't. But I learned something very important. Feelings change. Feelings do change. But discipline is the thing that stays. It's always constant. Discipline stays with you. So regardless if you're feeling motivated, regardless if you feel it, just do it because your discipline says, I need to get this done. So there are 3 choices that you can make today. You can choose progress over perfection. And what I mean by that is just getting it done. Just do the work. Because if you're not doing the work, and you can't strive for perfection and not get it done, right? So just try to get it done, because there's still progress in getting it done. There's no progress in, okay, let me wait till this is the perfect time, or I can do this perfectly. I can make the perfect phone call. I can do the perfect push-up. But hold on, my arm, everything's not together. No, just start, put the work in. Fall in love with the process, because the process is what gets you to the point that where you be at. Now, sometimes in the process, you're gonna hit some perfect opportunities, but you're never gonna be able to get there if you wait for the perfect opportunity, right? Put action behind it and fall in love with the process, and you're gonna be able to hit your goal. But if there's no action, if you wait on perfection, you're never gonna get there. Choose discipline over emotion. Number 2. Because sometimes you wake up, like I said, feelings change. We all know our feelings change day by day. Some of us, our feelings change, hour by hour, depending on who you are. But your discipline tells you, hey, this is what I need to do. So I created a schedule for myself to where I need to go work. I need to work out every day. I need to be doing something every day. Every day I need to be doing something. That's what you guys see right here. Every day I'm doing something. Right? Now some days are better than others. Right? The goal is to do 6 miles a day. Right? And then get into some type of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Throughout the week, go to my boxing class. So, there's been some days I miss boxing class. If I miss the 6 a.m., I go to the 6 p.m. There's some days that I've done 6 miles, and some days I've done 3. But at the end of the day, we're not chasing perfection. We're just chasing to be active. That's the thing. And so I'm falling in love with the process because I'm putting the work in. Regardless of whatever I hit, everything on here is work being done. Is deposits being put in. Is discipline being there. Right? I'm activating my faith. I'm getting it done. I put a schedule together, and I'm executing on that schedule. Was now getting to number 3, choosing consistency over intensity. And the reason why we talk about consistency over intensity is because if you're consistent, you're doing something, you're getting it done, right? Now, it can be intense. Let's get into either work out or getting your business, right? If you just keep focusing on it being hard, if it being intense, what happens when you miss that? What happens when you don't be able to reach that? Or you go so hard, you're not going to be able to go for the next day, right? But consistency is the best thing. Putting something out is going to be the best thing. Because if you just want, hey, it has to be at a certain level every time, you're not going to get it. That means you're not going to put out that video. And the video needs to have a certain energy behind it on every single one. It doesn't. Just the message needs to get out there. You need to be consistent with that. And that's what that is. So, in closing, 5 years from today, you either be grateful that you started or wishing that you had. So, start today. Keep going for tomorrow. Repeat until your future thanks you. It's been a Larry Motivates message. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow because we're building this thing together. I'm going to be here. How about you?